I surrender, Magic Kingdom. You win today. Oh, hey, it's me, Molly, with AllEars, with a brand new video. And what you're about to see is a Molly who didn't know where the day was going. I set out today to film how to have the perfect day in the Magic Kingdom, and let's just say, I failed. This is my story. Dun dun. Alright, it's very early if you can't tell. It's still dark outside. It's 7:10. The park opens at 8. I am rolling up on the TTC, and I don't think they're letting people in yet. Okay, maybe I was lying to you. We are moving forward, so yeah, it seems like they are letting me in. All right, I am through security. Now I'm gonna see how I want to get to the Magic Kingdom. You got your classic monorail and ferry boat, but let's hope they're running buses, because buses are faster than either of those. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're running buses. So I know the monorail is more magical and more Disney. Ride the monorail later. Ride the bus now. See all those spots that fill up for the monorail? I've seen all of those full and still no one in line at the buses. I've been waiting here for a few minutes and no bus has been here, which is the first time I've ever come and there haven't been just buses on buses waiting. It's only been, I don't know, 4 minutes. So I still believe this is faster than the monorail, but even the cast members are very confused where all the buses are. Now we've got a bus and a second bus, and I believe a third bus behind it. So they fixed it. This is why you have to have your patient pants on in Magic Kingdom, especially. It's the biggest pain if you're parking at the TTC. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get on this bus. Okay, thank you. There was a little cubby for me, so I got on that first bus. Great. All right. Made it. It's about 7:45, so all in all it took about 30 minutes to get through the toll plaza, parked, temp check security, on a bus into the park, which is very quick. So it may take a little longer, especially if you're moving a bigger crowd around, but we can probably get on at least one attraction before the park officially opens, and at least we have a head start. Thank you. All right, we're in. Early mornings in the kingdom. So beautiful. Hello, Cinderella Castle. At this time, most people, I would wager, are headed to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But we're going this way. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Here, rip the Band-Aid off early and get wet. So we are gonna try and knock out Splash Mountain first, because that tends to get a very long line throughout the day. And then we're gonna do Pirates of the Caribbean, because that also gets a very long line throughout the day. So fingers crossed we can do both before either one gets very crowded. But I would wager most of those people we just saw coming into the park all went to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Peter Pan's Flight, maybe Space Mountain. So you don't want to go that way first. Now I see people waiting literally outside of Jungle Cruise, which means unlike the other parks, they may not be actually letting anyone on until the park officially opens at 8. So keep that in mind. It may vary by attraction. We'll see what's happening over at splash. But my first goal for the first chunk of the morning is splash, pirates, possibly jungle, possibly Big Thunder Mountain. But the ones that get the really long lines are splash, usually is the longest line in the park, and then pirates, and then jungle. And that's not a coincidence. They're all incredibly popular, and they're all boats that cannot sit to capacity and take a long time to load and unload people. And if you've watched any of these videos yet, you know that because there's no fast pass, the only thing that determines the weight is how fast they can get you on and off and how the capacity is. So on boat rides, it takes a very long time to load and unload people, unlike, you know, an Omni mover like Peter Pan's Flight, and they can't fill to capacity. So, plus those are all very popular. So hopefully we can knock some boats out this morning. I do see them setting the boats down, which is a good sign. This attraction does often have technical difficulties in the morning. So if you come by and they're not running the boats, go up and ask what's going on, because you may need to come back, but seems like a good sign that they're running. While I'm standing here, might as well get in my water park outfit. Now we're ready. My laser eyeballs can see that they've started letting people into the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad queue, posted 5-minute wait, so shouldn't be too long till Splash Mountain lets people in. They've been testing, I've seen cast members on it, so any minute now. Okay, so a cast member's just walking the line saying that they're not open yet. It's about 8:07. They're still doing their testing. They don't know how much longer it could be, so now we have to make a decision. Do we get out of line and go ride Pirates before its line moves up, or do we stick it out? We're going to Pirates. So this is what I mean by Splash Mountain has technical difficulties a lot. But I'm kind of hoping we can go do Pirates really quick and then come back and Splash will be open and it still won't have too long of a line. That's kind of my theory right now anyway. Because we don't want to waste this valuable, we got up early, friends. We got up early and got here early, and we don't want to waste the valuable time standing in that line when we don't even know how long that could be. So let's go do Pirates, which is going to creep up to an hour and stay there all day. But right now it has no line. So let's go knock that out first. I'm going to leave my Splash Mountain look on in hopes it's open. But much like the other videos, if we can avoid waiting more than 40 minutes for anything, which is the longest we waited for anything in the studios video and the Epcot video, we're doing it great. Because it's spring break, so to wait no longer than 40 minutes, I think we can do it. That's our challenge. Pirates of the Caribbean, only a 5-minute wait. And I just looked at the wait times. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train already has a 100-minute wait because I told you everyone went there first. So we're gonna do that later. Your best bet truly is to go Splash and then Pirates, but we may be reversing that today because Splash has its little temper tantrum. So let's do Pirates, my favorite ride here. That's the best way to start the day if you ask me. Just simply adore that attraction. It's so fun. It's so fun every time. And I love looking at the different animatronics and like picking my favorite pirates. I just adore it. And we didn't wait in line for more than maybe 2 minutes. So Pirates is definitely a good one to do early, because again, we'll watch the weights all day. Once that gets up to like 60 minutes, it'll stay there all day until the very end of the day. So Splash Mountain in the app is working again. It has a posted 50-minute wait, but I don't believe it because it just reopened. So I think they just went ahead and slapped 50 on there because there were a bunch of people waiting outside, but I don't think it's really going to be 50. So, and 50 is higher than I want to wait in a line, but it's also lower than what Splash is going to be for the rest of the day, or for the most of the day. So let's go check it out. All right, it comes out all the way back here. So let's ask a friendly cast member if they think it's really 50. Because if so, we can abort mission and go ride something else. All right, we are going to save Splash Mountain for later, which my hair appreciates, and I guess I can now transform out of Splash Mountain Ensemble, because she said if it rains they'll drop, and at very late at night. Park is open till 9 tonight, so let's ride it at night. Splash Mountain's great at night because you can see the castle lit up and everything. So let's save Splash, but my advice to you is to come to Splash first. But things like this happen, so we just got to make the best of it because it's still the perfect day. And let's ride something else. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad just jumped to 40 minutes in the app, so glad we didn't worry about that right now. And we're gonna come do Jungle because it has a posted 30-minute wait, and Jungle is another one that will get long and stay long because of the boat capacity situation we were discussing. So let's go ahead and knock this one out too, early in the morning. All right, looks like it has a posted 30-minute wait, which isn't bad for Jungle right now, but we're gonna clock it to see if that's accurate and get ready to sail the seas. Well, I guess the rivers. We're not sailing a sea. We already sailed the high seas, now we're gonna sail rivers. So far, this great day in the Magic Kingdom is running into some issues. I don't know if you can tell, but there's no people on those boats. I watched a couple boats go out with no people. It's been about 25 minutes. I'm like very close to loading. I would have been under 30 minutes. And they just came on the loudspeaker saying that they're holding expeditions for now. And it is closed in the app. So I'm going to give it just a few minutes just in case, because I'm so close. I'd be like 2 boats away. And but once I hit that 30-minute mark, I'm out of here. All right, well, that's a bummer, but imagine a world where I did only wait 25 minutes to ride the Jungle Cruise. What a great day that would be. So, all right, it's clear the universe doesn't want us to ride a ride right now. So, we're gonna get some coffee, because I think that is 150% needed. We're gonna go to somewhere you may not expect to get some coffee. We're gonna have a little entertainment while we go. So over here in Frontierland, you have this little stand called Westward Ho, and they sell churros and most importantly coffee. They also sell corn dog nuggets, since Casey's Corner's closed right now. You can get corn dog nuggets at Westward Ho, and if Westward Ho is closed, you can get corn dog nuggets at Pecos Bill. But they also sell, now if you'll realize this, cold brew Joffrey's coffees. And it has a much shorter line than I'm sure the bakery does on Main Street. As it turns out, this line I thought would be very short has already wasted like 10 plus minutes. I'm not really sure why. I don't know if they're having some issues with some of the breakfast items. They do sell breakfast sandwiches and some donut holes here, as well as Friar's Nook and the lunching pad. But I just want a coffee, please. Y'all aren't gonna believe what I'm about to tell you. I just looked at the app to see what the waits were so I could decide what to do after I had my coffee. And Big Thunder, Jungle, and Mansion are all closed. I have a feeling this video is pivoting from its original intentions. Okay, I have found a nice place to sit in Frontierland. Maybe a cavalcader come by. Most importantly though, we have acquired coffee. And I'm actually kind of bummed though, because I kind of wanted to eat corn dog nuggets for breakfast, but they don't serve them till lunchtime. But that's just how this day is going. Anyway, we're gonna show you the perfect day later, because this has not been a good day to show you strategy plans. This has been a wackadoo day from the Twilight Zone so far. Waited for a bus, Splash broke, Jungle broke, now Thunder and Mansion are both closed. So we are going to show you how to still have a great day, even when things go wrong. We're going to still have a great day. We're going to still have a good time in the Magic Kingdom, but things will go wrong. Update, I've been sitting here for this amount of time. That's how much coffee I've left. Not a single cavalcade has come by. Normally it's one of my great tips to grab yourself a Dole Whip and come through the breezeway, or get yourself a coffee or corn dog nuggets or something and sit along these big box things in Frontierland with your snack or your coffee and enjoy cavalcades as they come by. I've done it in several other videos. Not a single one. Okay, I saw in the app that Jungle Cruise is back up and has a posted 20-minute wait. So I'm headed back over there to try again and hope that I don't stand in line for 30 minutes and not get to ride it again. And this is a good tip. If an attraction closes for technical difficulties, there's a very small window when it reopens that you can get on it without waiting very long. So if there's something you want to ride and it's closed for technical difficulties, don't go too far and keep an eye out, because if you can get on it like right when it opens back up, you won't have to wait in a very long line. But that's a very short window, because very quickly people realize it's open and all the people that have been wanting to ride it come back. So let's see if we can make it. Let's spend 30 more minutes in line for the Jungle Cruise.
My name is Samuel. I'll be your skipper, your tour guide, social director, cruise director, snake charmer, lion tamer, but most importantly, swimming instructor if you don't laugh at my jokes. Well, now we'll transition into the Nile. River goes on for Niles and Niles and Niles and Niles. Well, if you don't believe me, I guess you're in disbelief. That's correct. Now, coming up on the right side of the boat, we do have these adorable baby elephants, and they're bathing underneath the full moon. How sweet.
All right, we did the Jungle Cruise. Skipper Samuel was very funny. He had some very good jokes I hadn't heard before. Like after we got out of the temple, he goes, wow, they really let It's a Small World go. And that made me laugh out loud. About 25 minutes, which is great for the Jungle Cruise. It's already got a 45-minute line, and it's only gonna go up from there. So again, that's a good tip. If something you wanna ride closes, don't go too far, because you can maybe sneak back in when it reopens without a long wait. The line literally now goes back to the Adventureland sign. So that's definitely longer than 45 minutes. Now that we've successfully ridden the Jungle Cruise, I guess it's time to go get some corn dog nuggets here at Casey's Corner. Get ourselves a little snack. Closed. Who knew? I obviously knew that. I am kidding. I would not be very good at my job if I didn't know Casey's Corner and the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor were still closed, and they haven't reopened since the parks have. It's been a long time since I've had a hand-scooped ice cream cone or corn dog nuggets. I know they have corn dog nuggets other places, but they don't taste the same. So now that this video has gone from how to have the perfect day, basically now it's how to combat failure. And what do you do when you go to a restaurant or there's something you want to eat and you're so excited about it and it's not there? What do you do? Well, my tip for this, make sure you do your research. Know before you get there what is open and what is closed, so that way you don't come up to this sign and feel immediate heartbreak. Because I understand being heartbroken over Casey's Corner. I really do. But that's where watching videos and reading our posts and checking what is available. Some things have weird hours right now. Some restaurants aren't open at all. Some are just open on the weekends. Some have menu items other places. So again, if you want corn dog nuggets, they sell them at Westward Ho and Pecos Bill. If you want Columbia Harbor House, which is still closed, they serve some of the offerings over at the Tomorrowland Terrace. If you want ice cream, because the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor is closed, well, nowhere can you get as good of hand-scooped ice cream, but you can get ice cream sundaes and soft serve at Antique Gravity's Galactic Goodies, as well as Storybook Treats. So there are options, but just make sure that you do your research before you go. So that way, you're not disappointed when you come up and see the "Sorry We're Closed" sign. You already knew you were going to be disappointed, which makes it less disappointing. Do you understand? But if there's one thing that can cheer me up, because the ice cream parlor's closed, it's the Dapper Dans. And luckily they just rode by. In a different time, right now is when I would advise you to do things like the carousel and Mickey's PhilharMagic. Because you know all your headliners are getting long lines. Splash, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Space, Peter Pan's Flight, Pirates of the Caribbean, Seven Doors Mine Train. They're all getting long lines of an hour or more. It's a busy day. So you might think to yourself, hey, let's go fill some time and ride Prince Charming Regal Carousel. That'll be fun. But do you see what I see? A 40-minute wait. So then you think, oh, maybe I'll come over to Mickey's PhilharMagic and enjoy a little bit of 3D fun. 30-minute wait. And you think to yourself, oh, that can't possibly be true. Let's just get in line. But I am here to tell you, it's definitely true. Because of the way that capacity works right now, they can't put very many people in a theater show at the same time. And what used to fill a lot of people can fill about a third of what it used to. Same with the carousel. They're not loading very many horses. And both of these attractions are quite long, especially Mickey's PhilharMagic. It's like 12 minutes long. So you have to wait for all the people to load in, which takes a while, watch the 12-minute show, and then unload before you get to go in, which is like a 15-plus minute process. So when it's 30 minutes, that means you'd have to wait for 2 shows to go. Soon it's going to be 45. May even get over an hour. And you're going to think, that's not true. Mickey's PhilharMagic never has that long of a wait. But it does. The same rule applies to Muppet Vision. It applies to Shrek 4D at Universal. It applies to Lightning McQueen Racing Academy. Any show, Tough to Be a Bug, this is real. So it's going to go against your instincts. But if you actually want to do one of these things, you need to prioritize it and do it early or late. It's a busy day, so we're going to go get ourselves a snack where I have fallen to the sadness of them removing a favorite menu item. So I'm getting the consolation prize menu item. Because, like I said, with things changing so much right now, you need to do your research. If there's a snack or something you really want, you need to figure out where you can get it, when you can get it, if you can even get it before you get here, before risking potential heartbreak. For me, the heartbreak comes from this little spot right here, the lunching pad, which when it reopened, I touted how excited I was that the stuffed pretzels were back, including the jalapeno one. The jalapeno one is gone, my friends. All right, here is my stuffed pretzel. Now this is the sweet cream cheese stuffed pretzel, and it's pretty good. I'm excited to eat it. I'm only a little sad that it's not jalapeno stuff. It is good. It's really good. It's got the sweet and salty thing going on. A delicious breakfast. The lunching pad, though, does close early at 3. So this is another place that could break your heart if you didn't look at the hours before. And like I said, eating a stuffed pretzel that's very good is much better than not eating a stuffed pretzel at all. So even if you have a favorite snack or a snack you can't get because they're unavailable, maybe the spring roll cart in Adventureland, they're only open on the weekends most of the time, I'm sure you can find a new snack. We have tons of videos about great snacks. Or plan accordingly and make sure to come to Magic Kingdom on a weekend if you really want those spring rolls. All right, I had my begrudgingly delicious pretzel at the lunching pad. Now's the part of the day where things are getting long lines. And like Space, Splash, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Jungle Cruise, and Pirates of the Caribbean all have an hour or longer. And a lot of things have like 40 minutes that I would never tell you to wait 40 minutes for. Small World has 55. That's too long for It's a Small World. Speedway, pretty long line, starts right here. So now's when I tell you to start looking at those filler attractions. Like Speedway, for example. Dumbo. The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And see which of those are low, because you shouldn't wait more than 30 minutes for any of those, no matter what, because they're going to go back down again. If you're going to commit yourself to long waits, commit it to something that's not going to go back down. So I just looked at the filler attractions, and wouldn't you believe that the one with the lowest wait is Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, because of course it is, which means I guess we're going to see Ursula. Like the Ticos right now, the line starts all the way out here and then wraps in 30 minutes. That's too long for the teacups. That's too long to wait to then want to throw up your pretzel. So they're actually using Ariel's Grotto, which is where the character meet and greet used to be, as part of the queue now for Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. The wait time in the app was 20 minutes, but we will see if that is true. It was a less than 20 minutes. I would say it was an even 10-minute wait. And I do enjoy that attraction despite the giant Ursula animatronic, which is impressive, I must say. It's a very good animatronic, which is why it's so scary. But legit, my clamshell stopped in front of Ursula for a few seconds because they were probably loading or unloading a wheelchair party, and I was like, that tracks. But I do think that's a great attraction. It doesn't usually have a very long line, and that's an A+ filler attraction. So great news. Not only is the Haunted Mansion open again, if you recall it was closed earlier for technical difficulties, not only is it open, it only has a posted 25-minute wait. Things are looking up. Here we go. There's our castle at the end of the line sign, but I believe it's right here, which is really not too far back. And it looks like, hopefully, despite our sadness earlier about it being closed, we'll get to ride it without waiting too long now. Haunted Mansion only ended up being about a 15-minute wait, and now I'm thinking it's time for some lunch, and I'm still thinking about the corn dog nuggets that I didn't eat for breakfast. So I'm gonna mobile order some corn dog nuggets from Pecos, But the next available window to order is like 30 minutes from now. But you know what? You know it's a great way to kill some time and I can will order while I'm doing it? The Liberty Bell Riverboat. Wait, just kidding. I thought it just arrived and was going to be unloading and then I could get on it right now. But it's the other way around. It's now departing. So I'd have to wait for 30 minutes for then it to come back because it's about a 20-minute loop. So I would have to wait 30 minutes to get on it. So that smart plan I just had failed, but we're still going to get our corn dog nuggets. Okay. We're just going to go, maybe now's when we'll see some cavalcades. Maybe the earlier was too early. And we can just sit somewhere in Frontierland, order our corn dog nuggets,
right here for a second,
and hope to see a character or two. If you recall, I was thinking I was filming a completely different video, so I didn't plan to mobile order lunch this early, or I knew what I was going to eat for a perfect day in Magic Kingdom, and it didn't involve mobile ordering. So I didn't come into the park and mobile order, which is my advice to you, and this is why, because you can't always get a spot for right when you want to eat. Wow, wow, wow. We are being rewarded for not seeing any cavalcades earlier. Not only did I see the Goofy cavalcade, more importantly, and the Philharmonic, the band. More importantly, the Country Bears were out and they were crushing. I only want to watch the Country Bears watch cavalcades now. They were dancing their hearts out and it was so amazing and so magical, and I'm very glad that I had to stand here for 10 or so minutes as I wait for my Pecos order to be ready, because what a magical moment that was. If I'd been running somewhere else, I would have missed such a treasured moment. That was nice. Headed to where you enter into Pecos Bills. One thing I will tell you is it's been about 10 minutes since I clicked I'm here, prepare my order, and I still haven't gotten called. So even though you may book your order early in the morning and get peak lunchtime, keep in mind it's still going to be very busy at peak lunchtime, meaning it'll be harder to get a table and it may take a while for them to actually prepare your order. So my advice is still to eat off peak meal time. If you can eat a little early or a little late, that's definitely ideal. So that way you're not fighting over tables or waiting a long time for your meal to be prepared, even though you ordered it early. So order early and then pick weird meal times. That's my advice. But also, it seems like a new cavalcade could be coming because I see a lot of the cast members out here. The cast members in the red are the parade access control cast members that make sure everyone's out of the way and they get everybody all ready. So if you see those cast members, a cavalcade could be coming soon. And not just any cavalcade, the Princess Cavalcade. With the best character of all, Angus. Look how beautiful he is. Oh, hey Merida. Here's the thing I don't like about cavalcades is it causes choke points and bottlenecks because everyone has to stop. So if you don't, keep that in mind. Try and get a space away from other people. It's not always possible. But while we were watching the cavalcade, I got my notification for my food. Got my delicious corn dog nuggets. And again, according to the cast members, these are the same as Casey's. But, it tastes different because you're on Frontierland, not Main Street. But look what you can get because you're at Pecos Bills. For $1, you can get a side of queso. And it's like good queso, like white queso with some peppers in it. You can dip your corn dog nuggets right into it. Look at that. Maybe Casey's isn't open. Maybe Westward Ho wouldn't sell me them for breakfast. But now I've got corn dog nuggets dipped in queso. So maybe it was worth it this whole time. You may know I do not like hot dogs at all, but corn dog nuggets are a different story. Ooh, there's a little heat in that queso. I love it. Definitely recommend this. Also, recommend getting a side of queso with anything you get here at Pecos Bills. I mean, I know they don't have the toppings bar right now, which is kind of a bummer, but if you, they'll give you whatever toppings you want. If you get something like tacos or fajitas or nachos or salad or anything, they'll give you whatever you want on the side, and you can customize all that in the app. So while it's sad the fixins bar is gone, I like that you can still get everything, and I really like that you can get queso for $1. Well, friends, that is a wrap on not the video we set out to make today, but this is the video we got. And when all these things started happening, I thought, you know what, we're gonna roll with it and show you that your Disney days are not gonna be perfect. So one of the biggest things you can do when you come to Disney World is be flexible. Make sure you plan, make sure you do your research so you're not disappointed, but if something goes wrong, and it likely will, you're okay with that. You can still have an amazing day in Disney World, even if things don't go exactly according to plan. There are no bad Disney days, there are only bad attitudes. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun following along. I hope you learned something. Stay tuned for the real perfect day in Magic Kingdom. We will have that video soon. We're gonna try again and show you how to navigate this park. But I hope you had fun watching, that you can still have a great day no matter what happens. Because after all, you're here. What could be wrong with that? Let me know a funny story about something that went awry for you at a Disney World trip. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our social media at AllEars.net, and make sure to ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, friends, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.